What's going on, everyone? It's Chris from Exile Gaming, and today we're talking about improvements you can make to your stream to get you to the next level. I suppose the best piece of advice that I can give anyone is be someone that you would want to watch. Now, if you weren't willing to watch someone with a really poor webcam, a really poor mic, really poor gameplay, the overlays are trash, as in it's not aligned correctly or it's not fit for the audience, like why would you expect someone else to be watching that? So the easiest one that we can knock off the list straight away is the overlays. The overlay sets the tone. There's no getting around that. The overlay sets the tone. And if I've not gone through the effort of getting a decent overlay set up, especially when there's one-click installs all over the place, there's free downloads for people to get going really, cheap and easy. There's resources everywhere to get set up with your overlays. If I've not gone through the care and the effort to actually put an overlay up and put it up correctly, it sets a tone to say maybe they don't care about engagement, stream schedule, and you start losing a little bit of faith in the actual stream itself. So with that being said, invest in yourself. Invest in the time it takes to put an overlay up. Invest in thinking about the time, your audience. The time that it takes to think about your audience is minimal. So by that I mean, if I've got big, bright green, blue, pink overlays and the alerts pop up and it takes over the screen and it's paint being splashed at me or whatever, and I'm sat there and I'm playing, a strategic game like Age of Empires for maybe 3, 4, 5 hours, your audience doesn't want to be watching, big pink bubbles getting, splashed on the screen and whatever. They probably sat there for, an intense, logical, strategic game. Like, think about your audience, think about your overlay, think about the tone that it sets. I suppose last but not least as well, you and your gameplay are the focus. Don't have big distracting flashy overlays. And it might be that that's just my taste and I'm way off the mark here, but people are there to watch you, and they are there to watch your gameplay, or they are there to watch what you are streaming. They are not there to watch your overlay, because your overlay can be copied, but you cannot be copied. So don't have anything too distracting. Make sure that your gameplay and you are the focus, and just keep it simple, keep it clean, and make sure that the care and the effort has gone into it. That leads us nicely onto the next one, which is the interaction you have with your users, the camera. Now, to put it bluntly, if you watch Netflix, do you want to watch in 4K or do you want to watch in 4080? Like, the obvious answer is the 4K. You want the best experience when watching something, and the best experience when watching a stream is having a decent camera. There's no getting around that. So if I pulled the Twitch top 100 streamers based on viewership or followers, whatever, I would almost put my house on it. I feel very confident in saying that the majority, if not all, will have a webcam, and that is because the webcam is personable. People come for your personality. They come to interact with you, and they want to see you. And if you've got a poor webcam, you're setting that tone and you're breaking that connection almost immediately. But having a good webcam is absolutely perfect stream. So Logitech C920 is what I've been using up until a few days ago. We're now filming on a Sony 5100, but Logitech C920 was absolutely fit for purpose. The quality of the camera was pretty good. It filmed in 1080p. You can go up another level to the Brio 4K. But then, as I say, stepping into the DSLR world, you're going into a slightly more higher bracket there. But if you want to create that rich content, that content that people can enjoy, think about the webcam, think about the quality, because you wouldn't want to watch a documentary in the lowest quality, just like you would want to watch the highest quality stream. We've talked about cameras, we've talked about overlays. It only makes sense that we talk about something that completely gets overlooked all the time, and that is lighting. Lighting is so important to your stream. I can't stress that enough. You can have a very good camera and you turn off one light and it changes the dynamic of the whole stream immediately. Now, lighting is important because you need to be able to recreate it. You need to be able to, it all depends on your environment. If you're sat in a living room or a basement, can you recreate that same lighting? And you're sat in a living room where you can't turn on and off the lights as frequent because other people are moving around, or you've got to wait for nighttime because you're reliant on the daylight. Like it's so important to your stream that you get it right and you're able to recreate situations. Right now it's nighttime, so I've obviously got the curtains closed, but I've got my key light which I've just turned off. And this key light, it doesn't have to be expensive. It's £26 or something, $30 I think it's cost me. And I've got an on off, I can toggle, so I've got an on off, I can toggle through different variations of the light. I can decrease the light and increase, so it doesn't have to be expensive, but it allows me to create a situation where I can create my lighting and get my setup perfect for me. It only makes sense that we talk about microphones. Microphones are one of the other things that also gets overlooked all the time, and really easy to overlook it because you have set up your webcam, you've set up your overlay, you've set up your lighting, but until you start speaking into that microphone and you start streaming, you don't know what it sounds like. So a quick tip: first of all, what I like to do is I like to record my streams. So before I get going, or if I make any changes, record like I'm doing right now. Record your stream, see what's changed, put your headphones on, see what's changed, turn it on your phone, see what's changed, load it up on a TV, what's the speaker situation, because you'd be surprised how many times that I've actually done something and it sounds okay in one thing but not great in another, and it's only been a minor change that been worthwhile. With that being said as well, recording and streaming, you've got two different settings, so you might actually nail your recording but you don't actually nail your streaming. So once I'm in a position, and my recording settings are quite similar to my streaming settings, but once I'm in a position where I'm happy with the recording, I have a fake Twitch account. So I log into my twitch.tv account, I set up my stream, I go in another room, set up my laptop. There's always a little bit of a delay anyway. What I'll do, I'll play games on it, and I will sit in silence, and I'll play music, and I try and get the levels right. So when I end that stream and I go back and rewatch it, well, actually it all makes sense. However, when I play music, it's so loud that it's deafening. I just make sure that I get my stream right, and microphone comes into that so much. When I'm speaking, how is my voice when I'm actually shooting a gun? How is my voice when it's a quiet moment and I'm creeping around the corner? How is my voice when we're all sat in the lobby and no one's saying anything except from me? It's so important that you get the microphone right, so bear in mind to test it. Finally, it's interact with your users. Users are there because they want to speak to you, they want to have you acknowledge them, they want to talk to you. Some don't, some will just want to lurk in your stream, but reward your users with your interaction. Now, if I come in and drop a follow on a small streamer, and because they're not used to seeing interaction with a stream, it's almost a catch-22. They're not used to seeing it, so they don't react. They get into the habit of just rewarding your users with your interaction. So by that I mean, don't spend 45 minutes playing a game, turn and face chat. Spend 45 minutes, turn and face chat. Just keep an eye on chat. Install a chat bot. Set up in-game chats. Games in-game chats. In-game chats. Let's try that again. Set up in-chat games, and by that I mean Stream Elements, Mixup, Scottybot, Nightbot, Streamlabs chatbot. There's so many bots that you can set up, and there's an array of them where you can take users' interactions and do things with them. So by that I mean, if a user watches the stream for 5 minutes, give them 50 points. If they watch the stream for however long, give them X amount of points. If they sub or download or drop bits or, you know, host, raid, give them X amount of points. Then what you can do is take those points and offer interaction with the stream. So if you've got a song request feature, it costs 2,000 points for you to request a song. Well, good job, I dropped some donos. I can use my points to change the song. Or if you've got a giveaway of some sort which is running and it costs 15,000 points, well, it's a good job I've been watching the stream. I've got all those points accumulated. I'm going to enter the giveaway and I'm going to win my freebie. Now, these are just some of the ways that you can get set up. So I encourage you to just go and have a look at Streamlabs, ScottyBot, Stream Elements. I personally use Stream Elements, but there's so many chatbots, and then what you do is you get into this self-fulfilling cycle of you're creating interaction with the stream's getting something from it. When you're too busy looking at the game and you might not have looked at the chat for a little while, your bot's still working away in the background and they've still got this interaction. They can still get onto these games by, you know, spinning their points and hopefully doubling up on the amount of points that they've got, or, you know, performing some kind of roulette. Now, there's so many tools that you can create, and I really encourage you to get involved with some of them. I suppose just to close off is to echo what I said at the very beginning of the video, and that is, be a stream that you would want to watch. Have a decent overlay, have a decent webcam, have a decent microphone. You know, think about your lighting, think about how you interact with your users, and if you're ticking all of those boxes, now that goes a long way to getting you set up and getting you working and getting the stream growing and going towards the goal that you want. Now guys, I know that all of these points, you know, it's not like a checklist. I'm not going to offer okay, if you do this and you do this and then you do this, your stream will be successful. But these will go a long way to getting you there. So hopefully you got something from it. If you do have any other points that you think that I've missed off this list, or, you know, are valuable, add them down below and I'll do a video on it next time. Until next time guys, take care.